I'm Lynn Shipley, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of TriSummit Bank. I was one of the organizers of TriSummit Bank along with 8 of my other colleagues, and we saw a need for a community bank in the Tri-Cities that was really a Tri-Cities based organization that focused on consumers and small to mid-sized businesses in our market. We opened on Church Circle on January the 4th after a number of years of renovating and some trials and tribulations along the way.
The Church Circle building, originally was the Kingsport Power building, built back in, I think, 1933. So there's a lot of history in this building. It's one of the historic landmarks for the city. And one of the things when we decided to purchase this building was, one of our goals was to maintain as much of the historical integrity that we possibly could of the building. And as you can see from looking around, I feel we've done a really good job at that. And I think we've got something to be very proud of.
You know, really going back to our organizing thoughts when we organized the bank, we wanted to be a part of revitalizing downtown Bristol and downtown Kingsport, and this was certainly a golden opportunity for us in Kingsport to be a part of all the good things that are going on downtown. I'm extremely pleased with the great teamwork we've had with all of our contractors, subcontractors on this project. There's been a tremendous effort, and I couldn't be more pleased with the final product that we have here on Church Circle.
Well, my name's Thomas Weems, and I'm the architect for the project, and my business name is Thomas Weems Architects. We're based in Johnson City. We've worked on this project from about 2006 to the present. It's been a long time, but this was a complicated job in the fact that it was listed on the historic register at the state level. The bank did have a copy of the original plans from 1933, so that gave us a basis to start. And as we went through the construction process, it was remarkable to see how close to the original plans that the building was actually constructed.
I'm Terry Burles, owner of Terry's Electrical Service. I'm a subcontractor for J.A. Street, and we've done electrical work here. It was really more of a challenge to do this for the bank, you know, and try to do the outside walls, which were plaster with brick, and then also the marble. And Lynn really wanted to keep the look like the original building. And then the light fixtures, Lynn wanted to use some of the original light fixtures. We used the one at the main entry and the stairway, so we had to have those refurbished, and that turned out really well, I think. And the clocks that are here, that is another thing. You wouldn't think back in the years this was created that they had the technology for the clocks to, like Lynn said, how we're going to get up there and rewind them. You know, they had a switch that you could do that rewound them themselves, and things like that that really interested me to try to challenge this, like a task to do that. And the guys I had, they're super, working with Lynn and working with him. And he was really in construction. I know he's a banker, but he really knows a lot about that, and he really helped us out because of the challenges we had about things that we say, Lynn, we need to go this route. He would, let us do that or whatever to make the integrity of the building still the same.
My name is Steve Maupin. I am a plaster restorationist. I've been in this line of work approximately 20 years. The arch up here was in bits and pieces where at some point they had done some demo on the original building, but they wanted to salvage everything they could and keep it as original, tie in the old with the new. We're fortunate enough to have some old photographs of the original work that they wanted to duplicate. I was able to actually use the same main piece instead of having to make a mold of it. So the piece you see up here was the original piece that was built.
My name's Holly Thomas, and my husband and I have a small business called Brushworks Decorative Painting, and it's based in Meadowview, Virginia, outside of Abingdon. And we've been doing work in new and old buildings for a lot of years. We started out doing decorative painting work in old houses. And it's a fascinating process when you're doing decorative painting work in these old places, because each building has a story to tell. And with marbleizing work, like the customers, Mr. Shipley's customers with TriSummit Bank will see, the marbleizing was done in layers. And you have to work from the background forward. So you start with, say, a white base, and then you work forward in colors to create different types of marble. It helps a lot to bring these buildings back to life and to give everyone a sense of what the atmosphere that was created in here in the 1930s when this building was originally built. When you work on a project like this, you develop teamwork. Until you have that teamwork in place, you're at risk of a big old building like this falling into a cliched version of what it once was. And with these folks, they had the right idea, the best training, and they had the love of an old building, and that is irreplaceable. It was fascinating to watch it gradually, day by day, come back to life. And I think that's what makes this project special. And the commitment that Mr. Shipley and TriSummit have made to the community of Kingsport has really made a difference in this downtown area.
Well, this #1 has been a labor of love. We wanted to preserve the integrity of the building, which I feel like we have done a very good job of. We want to become part of the downtown community and a good partner with everyone down here. We would love for everyone to come in and see who we are, what we are, and take a look at this beautiful building that we have restored for TriSummit Bank and for downtown Kingsport.
You know, I've had the question asked a number of times about, you sure did pick a challenging time to open a bank. And you know, of course, when the plans were put together for TriSummit, the economy was not quite as challenging as it is today, but certainly this has been the most difficult economic environment that the majority of us have ever experienced. And even those of us that have been in this business for 3 or 4 decades, we haven't been through this type of crisis. But we have remained strong. We're celebrating our 3rd anniversary. We're over $255 million in assets. We're very well capitalized. We have very strong liquidity, and we have money to lend. Contrary to what you hear in the media almost on a daily basis, we are in a position to lend to qualified borrowers. We're ready to do business.